They'll be led out by Dak Prescott, the 135th pick of the draft back in 2016 from Mississippi State. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, Elliott. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Throwing. Prescott. Complete to Jason Witten. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. Dak finding his tight end Witten, and the Cowboys have a first down.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, 51 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. A sensational one-handed grab in the end zone for the score. Looked like you at the Davis Turkey Bowl every year in the backyard in Orlando, Florida.
Oh, you're so kind. That's definitely in my mind. But how about this? They always tell guys going after the ball, the receivers especially, you got to have a single-minded obsession to go get it. How about going up with a single hand and making that happen? I don't know if it gets much better than what we just saw there.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go, baby.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. Oh, and now he bowls him over. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Throwing is Cousins. Eluding the pressure right. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4. Let's get the ball.
3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. "51 yards on the punt there. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 times.
Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. There for the sack, Everson Griffin. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Daniil Hunter, he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. They'll run with Elliott. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. This is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas first down. A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes.
And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Daniil Hunter able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. But he will take it out to the 25-yard line. Cooper was the target there.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
A run there on first down going nowhere as he stopped right at the 25. No gain on the play there, second down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
23 yards the pickup there.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. Let's go, tackle, let's go. We got that.
They'll run on first down. It's Cook, and very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Mike's 5'4". Pick me up. Here we go. Right there. 54. Right there.
From just shy of midfield, Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. A first down from Minnesota. Cousins finding Thielen.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do in that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Let's go, T. Let's go. Check X3. 218. Chop.
Right back to him on first down. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it second and 4.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Right there. 54. Right there.
On second down and 4, Cousins. And Diggs has it. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. First grab so far for Diggs. It's a first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, If you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
Gun! It comes to me, it's me. 54 is mine.
Now Cousins. And Rudolph has got it. The big tight end for a Viking touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown there as they are now on the board here in the first half. Yeah, he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Extra point up and good by Bailey. And we are tied at 7. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Prescott from the gun. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go. And got his man complete. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 36. Looking for Cooper, that's complete. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Caught by Cobb. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They'll throw again. Prescott escaping the pressure right. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. Intended that time for Cooper. So they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
Well, they worked this well upfield across the 45. A very solid gain of 27.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when you clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle him. That's what you're looking for.
Break the hunt. 54 Mike. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
Off the play fake, Cousins. It's complete to Diggs. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 23. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
On first down, Cook. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one.
For the Viking field goal, a 39-yard attempt.
And Bailey able to knock it through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. Now, the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
They find some open field here. And he takes it the distance. No time remaining.
No cloth on the field.
Yeah, no flags, and it's a kickoff return to end the first half. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's a wobbler, and it's intercepted. And he'll advance no further, so he can't bring it back for 2, but the extra point attempt is unsuccessful. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. He's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That good for 22 and a first down.
Sometimes those... lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? We just saw that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice game there. Play fake. Cousins. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. They'll run on first down. It's Cook. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. And they got the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to...
Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 75 yards. And the Cowboys have once again taken the lead. And now Jason Garrett electing for his guys to try for 2. Now Prescott. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Forbat to send it away now following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. Fighting him off. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. It didn't happen on that play.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. The tackle was made by Michael Bennett.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Play action now. Cousins. Now he'll escape to his right. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
On first down, it's Cook. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Left side, Cook. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the fourth. They'll run with Cook. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Second down and goal. Cousins. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook. He scored on the ground and through the air as his guys are able to regain the lead. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And out now come the Cowboys. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They keep on the ground with Elliott. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they were hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move lateral.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Vikings pick up the football. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room, where they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave them a comfortable lead.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Prescott now after the fumble recovery. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack. The Cowboys will go. Prescott. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. Cooper was the intended target.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. He won't go down. And he'll scramble for about 5, up close to the 40. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Check, watch 54. Let's go. Big series right here.
On 2nd down, Cook. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, 49 yards. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. So he's in for his 3rd score of the game, and a defense probably saying, man, we don't want to see this guy for a long time.
It's bad enough when anyone scores a touchdown against you, but for one person to get 3, it almost sets him apart from the rest of the game, and no one likes to see any of those players on a pedestal, not from the defensive point of view.
Just a 4-play drive that time, and it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook. Dak and the Cowboy offense heading back onto the field. With his guys trailing here in the fourth, he can ill afford a repeat of the interception that ended the last drive.
Yeah, you're 2 scores down. You take it upon yourself now to play perfect or near-perfect football if you want to get your team back into the game. But it's also tough to do when you're trying to avoid errors, yet still play perfect football.
Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Elliott on first down. Got to get this back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman. Then with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington over Expressway.
That's correct. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. Going deep for Diggs. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And it's 3rd and 5. Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they...
And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. Anxious moments there on the fake, but they do get just enough to pick up the first down. First down, here's the run with Cook. A strong running. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down, fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out, and we've got them now.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, little insult to injury here late in the game. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is Jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad be pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more Modesto. Hit your throw and I'ma catch those. Mexican, dummy pesos. Hit your sauce, I'll replace those. Number saved, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board like I'm keeping score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, while I point to God.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Ay, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the pig skin, when he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, count it up. Hey, hundreds and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Hey, she want it like me, cause her like she can't count on him. She try to be nosy and hit her max, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board like I'm keeping score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, while I point to God.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue hunts, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is...
On a pretty gray and hazy day here in Southern California, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Los Angeles. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Los Angeles Rams. Greg Zuerlein, the Rams kicker, approaches, kicks it off, and here we go from Los Angeles. So here come the Chiefs. Their opening drive. As we get a peek at the former Red Raider and 10th pick in the 2017 draft, Patrick Mahomes.
Yellow. Go, go, go.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That one good for 12 yards in a Kansas City first.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Mahomes now on first down. Forced out to his left. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. It was Sebastian Joseph who got him down defensively.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
Good track, good track. Yellow. Check,
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Rolling to his left. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 35.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And a short gain down to about the 33. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And an alley to run. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
Off the draw, here's Williams. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mahomes. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. So play number 10 now coming. It's been a long opening drive, but this is third down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. A gritty play there. Put his nose down and got his guys a first.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. Less than a minute to go here in a scoreless first quarter to this point.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the first.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
On second and 11 now. Mahomes. So from the 36 now, first and 10. After the interception, here's Goff. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. That's caught inside the 20. Second quarter now from Los Angeles. It is the Rams in possession as they've got it with a first and 10. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a second and 3. Here's Gurley now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The Rams defense, we watch them get set to go. And a big reason they've got the lead here in the first half, some of these hits we're going to see here.
Almost like they're a group of superheroes, right? Something
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They begin the drive with Williams. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink. You can give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 33-yard line.
On 2nd and 7, Mahomes. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the ring. Rams 39.
First down, Chiefs.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll run on first down. It's Williams trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Well, they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Out to his left. He may try and run for this. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
McCoy. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
And they'll keep on the ground with McCoy. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, it's McCoy. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice kick, boy.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable. And you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. The Chiefs on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This time it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Nikel Roby-Coleman there defensively.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And that is caught. But the back judge right there to say incomplete. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying...
And it's a safety. Goff got buried in the end zone. He couldn't get rid of it. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports.
And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender.
Oh.
To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And now here comes Kansas City. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board, so let's see if it changes a little bit from the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave them with a 3rd down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Being chased. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Goff now looking to throw. And it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. Extra point up and through. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Jared Goff for the Rams headed back onto the field. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And the return will stop right around the 25. Woods, the intended receiver.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Corey Littleton there on the tackle.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mahomes. And an alley to run. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And Butker able to put this one through. And that will do it for this first half. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. All right, Brent. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Getting set to go again here on offense, Jared Goff trots back onto the field. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, want to get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter. Call that a very strong gain of 24. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Come off the ball.
Now it's gone. He'll get this one to Cup, complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 2 choke plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And Gurley on first down, no chance that time. He's swallowed up for a loss of about 3. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, don't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Here's Goff. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's Goff. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Josh Reynolds there to make the grab. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT.
And that drive we just saw that culminated in a touchdown, exactly what many offenses are looking for. Sustained ones that can impose their will on the other team.
Zerline good with a PAT. And that will put them on top here in the third. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
On 2nd and a yard, Mahomes. And that's caught inside the 35. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 43 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
They run it again with Williams. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on third down. Mahomes going to throw. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They'll run it with Williams. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
He gets it halfway there with that run. I think you play up-tempo, get right back on the line of scrimmage, and hammer.
And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front.
And the sneak works on second and goal. They didn't wait until it was fourth down to try and get him across.
No, and I think if you're the QB, you like these plays, don't you? I mean, you want to hand it off sometimes, but also prove that you can get it in there as well.
Yeah, it makes you really part of the gang, doesn't it? It makes you part of the crew, and it really bonds you with those big offensive linemen because then you get to celebrate with the big fellas.
Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he'll get into the end zone as the two-point conversion is successful. And the formula there on the two-point try to go 5 wide, not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that someone, if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They trail 20-13 our scores. They have it 1st and 10. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Off the edge, the sack by Reggie Ragland.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
That really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Now, a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Well, interceptions have been a problem in this one. If he could have gotten his feet down here, it would have been another.
Would have been a huge one. They've had a great game taking the ball away. Thought they had another one, just unable to get those cleats inbounds.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
A 1st down run not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there, so that'll bring up 2nd and 9. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Chiefs with the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Here's Mahomes to throw. Rolling to his right. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
He certainly had plenty of success running the ball, and right now I'm getting the sense that he's looking to take off and run every time he steps back to throw it.
But they did a nice job there collapsing on him and holding him to a short gain. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Check 13. Check 13. Check motion. Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. And Robinson with a big catch. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
And an alley to run. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Hey, 57.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes, it's Hill, complete. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 41 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
I got you. Yellow.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Shakes off the sack. And that is incomplete. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. And the kick by Butker is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, push their backs clearly against the wall.
So Jared Goff in the offense. Down by 10. A minute 56 to go. They'll need a score here and also likely an onside kick recovery. But first things first. 1st and 10. Now it's gone. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Goff now to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland.
That's a pick, boy. That's a pick.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
On 1st down, it's Williams. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
2nd and 7 at the 22-yard line.
Gets it to Hill. It's a jet sweep. He's got the 1st down. Oh, no, he lost the football. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A 22-yard scamper. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Butker now to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, LA! Cooper Kupp, 75 yards. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Finds a seam inside the 40. And down right around the 37. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Trying a little razzle-dazzle on 3rd and short. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of it.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off around the 27. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it.
And this is caught inside the 5.
We touch down your city. That's it.
Touchdown, Kansas City.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. And if the late touchdown wasn't bad enough, now they're going to go for 2. So sportsmanship nowhere to be found right here. Mahomes now to throw. And it's caught for 2 points. Very interesting way to end this one. They add on a couple extra that they really didn't need. I think the thing I'm going to take away from this game is that ending. Still hard to believe they score on the final play, and then for some salt on the wound, they go for 2 just to widen the margin.
Not to mention, they already had the lead when they scored on the final play. So I don't know if everyone on the team is a fantasy football player, and they're like, hey, get more points for our guys. I don't know what's going on here. Maybe a coach is looking ahead and saying, you know something, the more points we have might be the tiebreaker. But, boy, what a way to finish it.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From Los Angeles, so long, everybody.